but the opening match, I actually watched it or tried to watch it again. Braun Strowman and Ricochet and old Mosh Pit Jones. Get out the way for old Mosh Pit Jones. If they're still going to call him Madcap, we can't take him seriously. The guy looks great. And we talked about this last week, and they were in a 6-man tag with Gunther and his Imperium stooges of Marcel and Marceau. And I said, I'm wanting to see Moss advance because he has so much potential, and I love Gunther, so I'm going to watch this. And also, they got to the opening bell only 8 minutes into the show, so that was a positive. But then poor Moss, he gets in there with Da Vinci, and he got off. They tried to do a running spot, and Moss got off kilter and couldn't get it back. I bet it would have been a good spot, but he got off balance, and they needed to just grab a hold and slow down for a second. But when Ricochet got in, he was doing all the flipping, but at least their shit was sharp. And what is the other guy's name? It's Da Vinci and Kaiser Wilhelm. That's what it is. He looks good, but again, they've been presented as the flunkies that stand there with their hands behind their back, and you can see them if they had the feather in the hat and the fucking trombone, they'd be toot 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 when the fucking king comes in. But they went to the break. They hadn't gone 3 minutes yet. And they went to the break after a heat spot where all three of the heels stopped Ricochet so he could sell. Boom. And when they come back, they're already getting the heat on Ricochet. And finally, Gunther gets in. And again, he turns not only the energy level, but the attention factor up. Anytime he gets in the ring, he's the guy for that side. But within seconds, Ricochet hits a hot tag to Braun, and here comes the strong man. Big comeback on the Stooges. And Gunther gets tagged in behind his back, but takes over on Braun barely. Because they've got this thing where now Gunther, when he's facing off with Strongman, he'll chop Strongman and he won't sell it. Then he'll chop Gunther. That's Gunther's thing, and Gunther will at least register and sell facially. And I don't care how big he is. He needs fucking stagger and wince. But anyway, finally, Moss tagged himself back in, and Gunther hit him with a chop, a German suplex, a clothesline, and a power bomb, and beat him 1, 2, 3. And they went 4 minutes on the other side of the break. So each guy got basically a minute in the match. And then Drew McIntyre had come out in the entranceway during the match to stare at Gunther. And suddenly, as he's still staring at Gunther, the Vikings attacked him in the aisleway, and here came Sheamus and saved him, and then Strongman and Ricochet got involved in it. And the Vikings got booted into the front row, and all the baby faces celebrated. There you have it. What'd you think?
I like Imperium a lot, especially just Gunther as the lead and Kaiser as the main stooge, because he can make the faces, and he can actually do some stuff in the ring. Not that the other guy can't, but the other guy's more of a stone face than Kaiser, who's really hamming it up, but it works. They feel like a main event thing because of Gunther. Ricochet and Strowman have been okay as a tag team. Moss, they're trying to make it work. Whether it is or isn't, I don't know. As soon as you see the fucking Vikings.
But how hard are they trying to make it work when they just fucking have a guy snatch him and hit about 3 moves on him and beat him? Boom.
They're trying
every
to make
week.
it WWE style. They give him a girl for no reason. Was she out? She wasn't even out there with him this week.
No, thankfully.
Did something happen? Did they say anything happened on commentary? I missed it.
I don't know. I thought maybe she missed her bus. I'm not sure.
But you said the main thing. When I was watching this, you hit the main word, depth. They have no depth right now. And, it's going to be interesting because I was thinking about it, not to take this completely away from this match, but I was thinking about it recently. AEW, not that it's a perfect comparison, but they're almost getting to the point now, a few years in, where they risk running into what Ann Gunkel ran into, where you can't access any more talent.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always someone. I don't mean any more talent, but top tier main event level talent. People that are ready for that spot. There aren't going to be Halls and Nashes. We just watched that NWO biography that you could just snatch up, put on your show, and instantly everything feels bigger. Because AEW Dynamite today isn't where Nitro was before all that happened. And I think the depth is an issue for both companies. And with WWE, they have 2 separate shows. And, you know, again, you don't want guys doing angles on 2 shows a week. That's overdoing it. But it all comes back to that roster split, because there's a lot of stuff that just, you see it, you watch it. Does it register at all? For me, it doesn't. And this match sadly falls under that umbrella.